Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I see correctly angry people in the chat. When I say correctly is because you have the right to be angry, as I am. Shervi saying, Beppe, you were excellent today on Twitch, unlike Juventus. Look, I tell you immediately the truth or my thoughts. I didn't feel the game. I believe I said it. I'm nearly sure I said it in the end of today's video in the morning. I don't know who watched the video. I said, guys, I have a really bad feeling for today's game. Prove me wrong, I asked for the people. Nobody proved me wrong in the chat. And the worst thing is that the guys on the field, they didn't prove me wrong at all. Juventus, if you want the sentence of my thoughts, the sentence of today is deserved win for Lazio. They played better. They were better. They understood what to do. Offensively and defensively. Juventus, they needed to concede a goal before our first reaction that arrived at the 44th minute, if I'm not wrong, where immediately we score. Juventus that tries in the first minute of the second half, and then we disappear again. We disappear again until we concede that second goal of Zaccagni. Juventus shows there, after that goal of Zaccagni, that they want to try to equalize, but totally confused, absolutely bad. The changes going towards a 4-3-3 instead of that 5-3-2, because we didn't play today a 3-5-1-1, we played a 5-3-2. That 4-3-3 started to look a bit better, but way too late. Even if you had a lot of time at disposal, because Federico Chiesa, Milik and Paredes entered at the 63rd. They were already ready at the 57th, but the ball didn't want to go out. So we waited, and from that moment you have 30 minutes to do it. And Juventus tries, but way too late, and even there, not impactful enough. Miretti didn't enter well. Paredes entered really well. Milik, I don't know if he touched 3 times the ball. I will check that with the stats a bit later. We will go to the individual and team stats, of course, as we are always doing. But I can already tell you, of course, that I am absolutely not happy with the performance of Juventus. Performance that I was expecting, unfortunately. Why? Because if I could have my questions after the Verona game, my doubts after the Verona game were absolutely not answered in the Inter game. Because if you can start versus Verona, where you say you save energy after international break, well, you had nothing to save energy versus Inter in the Coppa Italia final or semi-final home game. You had 0, and you managed also there. So today we start the game, and we are pressed. We are pressed. We are too low, but way too low. And I tell you, forget about the 3-5-1-1. Today was a 5-3-2. Okay, let me say hello to some of you, because you are a lot. And then we go in the further reaction of today's game, where I'm absolutely not happy. And unfortunately, I'm a bit worried. I'm really a bit worried with Di Maria, that woke up only when he thought that he would have been changed. Vlahovic, not a beautiful performance from him at all. Ryan, tonight, guys, don't blame Allegri. Of course, you can blame Allegri. I always said when Landucci last year was winning 4-3, or when he was winning versus Sampdoria, scoring 4 goals, I said it's the head coach is Allegri. So if we win, we don't have to give it to Landucci. If we lose, we don't have to blame on Landucci. Landucci is vice coach, so it's always the wins to share with Allegri, Landucci, and the team and the management. When you lose, it's the management, Allegri, Landucci, and the team. There is no one responsible. The answer arrived way too late from all the teams, so the team is responsible for not playing. Peter Gitti, Di Maria played very well the last 25 minutes, which I don't understand. Ciao, Peter, and that's also what I don't understand. Why did Juventus wait to play when we were leaded 2-1, and where you had a bit of time at disposal, but where possibly cannot enter. Then we will come back on the foul, but that's not the first thing I want to mention today. Ciao Mikey, ciao Chanky, ciao Alexandre, ciao Ryan again, ciao Luca, ciao Ab, ciao Mandalorian, this thing renew Rabiot. Julian, when was the last good DV9 performance? That's a good question that I can't answer you today. Radovan Beppe, to be real, we are in a downfall. At the time we need focus the most, we are downfalling. What to expect from this month? Except of nerve lossing. That's the danger. That's a big danger. Jonathan, yep, we play like this against Sporting. We will get spanked. A game is not the other one, but yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Thank you for 5 months with us, Cash, as a member. Really appreciated Cash, my friend from Curaçao, that is becoming a friend for 5 months. He's saying horrible showing today, because yes, it was horrible, and upsetting to see the way everyone played. Nonetheless, great 5 months on this account. We go for Sporting this week. Forza Juve after Easter, of course. But it's unfortunate. Softage that was together with me and on the Twitch channel and was absolutely not happy, and correctly so, says just end this season. So MR, what is MR? Counter-attack can leave this team. Verona, Inter, Lazio, this can't be called football. This is not my Juventus. Forza Juve. Look, you just mentioned 3 games, the last 3 games after the international break. Well, you know, when we played, and thank you for the donations of this, really, really appreciate it. You know, when we played and we won versus Verona, I said something. I said, well, you have international break and you have players that are coming back from international travel. But while I was really, really not happy with how many players left for the World Cup, comparing to all the other teams, this time we had way less players traveling. And the players that were on the field versus Verona, they didn't travel, except of 3 players, Szczesny included. Not a lot of them traveled. So what does that mean? That the intensity was absolutely not high for players that didn't travel for international break. So I already was doubting and saying, let's see if it's really the first. You need to go back. You don't have a lot of players you have a lot of rotation. Do you remember Barrenechea and so on and so on? Let's see what will happen. But I tell you, the team that I saw versus Inter was really not playing, except of flashes, but it's really always flashes. And the goal of today, it comes not because you want to take the initiative, because you want to play, no, today it's a reaction to probably what I believe, and people were not always agreeing with me, which is okay, fine, but arriving after an injustice. Not injustice because Lazio deserves to have that goal, but I would love to have, I would prefer not, but if I have to concede, then I want to concede for a real goal that is valid and not an injustice, because that's what we are speaking about. Not that they didn't deserve to score. They were better, they were stronger. Juventus was totally dominated. If you are looking at the position of the field, the block, it was a total disaster, and I can't even say that we were solid and organized and structured. We tried to, but we were not, because we were already shaky with a lot of time trying to kick that ball away, not having the team that was ready to recuperate it, which was really bad from Juventus also there. So not even a team that was playing low with knowing what we do. We are not risking at all. No, because we were already risking 2, 3, 4 corner kicks to Lazio in a row, with always Sergej Milinkovic-Savic able to find his position, not on target, but finding the position to anticipate everyone and taking it with a header. So you see, I'm not happy of what I saw today. And of course, you play Sporting. Then, I don't know the ranking, but the ranking, what does the ranking says? Let's go to see the ranking. What am I doing here? I'm curious to see the ranking. I didn't check yet, but it's a wasted opportunity today. A big wasted opportunity. So let me open the ranking of Serie A, Lega Serie A. The ranking says that Juventus has 44. So we are at a minus 8 points from the fourth. And that's a lot. Today we could have been at minus 5. We are at minus 8. Minus 8 is a lot, guys, because you have 1, 2, 3 teams. And it's true that Atalanta, Inter, and Milan, none of them won this weekend. But that's a big gap, huh? That's a lot of teams in front of us with how much? 9 games to play. Then, if you receive back your 15 points, guys, 15, you go at 59. That's how much? 15, that's 54, 59. You have 1 point over Lazio, so you're still second in the league. But today we didn't show that we were second in the league. Today we didn't show it at all. Today, no. Today, no. Today, you are not a team that is second. No way that you are second. Thank you for the donations of Teach. Florian, 2 months as a member on the channel. A bad game again. I have mixed feeling about Dusan Vlahovic. I can see him struggle with this playing style, but somehow I find him guilty a bit. I think that you are going with a beautiful analyze, I believe. Because I believe he's both. Today, honestly, how many correct balls is Dusan receiving? 1 on a header that he's missing. The other header that he's going, the ball was not perfect. Maybe he could have done a bit better in terms of timing, but he could have done better, him, in terms of ball control. And on the other side, these balls are super high, super long for him, battling one-on-one. So for me, it's a 50-50. I agree with the comment of Florian. It's a 50-50. He needs to do better. He needs to do much better. But also Juventus needs to do much better. Because at a certain moment, I see Vlahovic. And I think that in the average position of Juve, today you will see that Vlahovic is quite low. A bit better in second half, but quite low. And this is not why we have a 80 million euro striker with all the thing. Look at the positioning. Vlahovic is here, guys. This is the position of, you see, sorry guys, this is Vlahovic positioning. Look at Ciro Immobile, that was also invisible today, a bit better than Vlahovic. But look at Ciro Immobile, look at Vlahovic. Ciro Immobile is 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on the 5th line, while Vlahovic is on the 2nd. 1, 2. He's at the same height as Rabiot. This is also because of the team. This is the team, because he can't stay here. It makes no sense. Look at the 4 defenders of Lazio, how high they are. Look at how high they are. And then we finish with a Di Maria higher because of that 33% of that game in the end. And that's it. All the other players, except of Rabiot, all the other players of Juve are in their own half. It's absolutely not good. What we did today, for me, it's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. Absolutely not okay. And you are playing against a team that is in fantastic form, that show today why they are doing a fantastic, beautiful Serie A. So you are also playing against opposition. But the problem is not that you were playing today Lazio, that is in a good form, that is strong, and that you are saying, okay, you are playing against Lazio, they are doing the perfect game, they are doing everything perfect, it happens. No, it's a consequence of Verona, Inter, where you win, you lose, you win, you draw, and today you lose. Because the way that we played in the 3 games, and that's how you have to analyze it. Today it's a consequence of the 2 first games. And if you were saving energies in the first with the rotation, and you win in a way that is not really fantastic, well, in that second, you have no excuses anymore. In that third, even less excuses, because then you say, okay, we were managing the energy for Serie A. Let's try to find excuse. Well, where is it? Show me then. Show me. But if for 45 minutes you are doing this, it is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. And in the second half, again, it's a reaction. And that's what is hurting me. It's a reaction. A reaction to you lose and you react. Then, do we want to speak about the fall? For me, and I want to ask you maybe, guys, let's speak about isolated fact, not how we played, because I will repeat it. Was it a foul from SMS on the goal? Yes or no? It's not yes or no. I want you to take only that isolated episode. I will tell you before entering in that foul. Today we deserve to lose, so no excuse. Goal, no goal. We deserve to lose. Okay, so no excuse. It's not that. We can't just go on the episode. But let's take it in an isolated way. So no excuse. That's not why we lost. Let's repeat it again. That because otherwise people will say, Beppe, you're Juve, you need to do better. Of course we need to do better. Beppe, if we attacked, of course we needed to attack. Of course you need to play better. Of course you need to be up. If you defend like that, you will concede. You will concede. Only the luck will avoid that you concede a goal thanks to a post, thanks to Lazio players that are not precise or whatever. But now, take that isolated fact, how I interpreted it. Because I saw it live and I said immediately, they will go to VAR, they will cancel it. Because it's too obvious for me that Alexandro, that I saw a lot of people saying he dived. Well, Alexandro, guys, it's not about dive or not dive. Alexandro is ready to jump because the ball is going in a 1-to-1. Maybe he would have lost that aerial duel because in the total duels, we lost them. Maybe he will lose it. But the difference is that he's ready to jump. From the moment that he's ready to jump, he's pushed by Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Then some people are telling me, yeah, but it was not strong. The push is not strong. But I don't care about the push is strong or not strong. When you are already ready to jump and you have a hand on your back that is moving you, because it's a push, the weight of the push is not important. It's a push. You are unbalanced and you fall on the ground because then, yeah, you feel unbalanced, you fall, and then you dive, you fall in your box. This is, for me, a goal that you have to cancel, for me. Not the victory of Lazio. Not the victory of Lazio. Because probably, if they don't score there, Juventus is not reacting. You go at 0-0. At halftime, Lazio scores the goal in the second half. So anyway, let's not try to find excuses for today. Miserable game. But you don't tell me that here, before the dive of Alexandro, you don't have a push. You have a clear push. You have a clear push of Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. For me, there is a push of Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. It is what it is. For me, it's a push. For me, it's a push. It's a push. Now, again, not the loss, not an excuse. We will not speak for years, but I'm asking, and I will go to the message of Dr. A in a second. Thank you for waiting, Dr. A. Again, if we see these kind of things, then it's difficult. It's difficult. You take away 15 points. You close an entire curva. You give 3 games to Quadrado because he's giving a punch. Correctly in Coppa Italia. Correctly. But only one on Handanovic that is also giving a punch. It's not correct. Then you feel as a team you are not treated fairly. There is a foul. There is a foul because there is a punch. I don't care. Is Alexandro accentuating it? Yes, he is. Probably he is. But I can challenge any one of you, all of you, Thomas, Ferras, Owen, Ron Rusitano, Dr. A, Gianluca, I can challenge all of you that when you are ready to jump and someone is just pushing you like this, even with 2 fingers, you can't because you lose your balance and you go up and you go up front and you go on the ground. This is the truth. This is physica. This is anyone that played the sport of football, they know that when you are ready to jump and someone is pushing you, you fall ahead. You fall ahead because you have no balance anymore. This is what I saw of it. If you are telling me, Beppe, we played bad and that's why it's not a foul, guys, what can I tell you? No, I cannot show the video fast. If you want to close everything, then it's over. Dr. A, honestly, thank you for your donation, doctor. Honestly, most of our attackers suffer playing in this style. We lack stability. We had a lot of passing errors as well. Allegri needs to break the cycle or quit. Well, today we can say Allegri in, Allegri out, we played well, we played bad. We can speak about the coach as long as we want. We know that one thing is sure, we will go until the end of the season with the same coach. A coach that did a lot of good things in a really difficult disaster season. A coach that we know it this year, even if the attack in terms of goals scored in Serie A is not the worst one in Serie A, we know that creating things as a team has absolutely not always been great. A lot of time has been difficult. Putting pressure has been difficult. Managing the game in certain moments too much. And I'm not speaking about the first part of the season that was a total disaster, but even in our best parts, in our big wins, in our streaks wins, the ones of November, do you remember with the 8? It was not great. It was not perfect. We deserve to win because today we deserve to lose. But anyway, we need to do much better there. And if you have players like Dusan Vlahovic, Di Maria, half-time Federico Chiesa, if you have a Milik, if you have, not Moiskin, but anyway, he was there in other games, if you have all this offensive power, you need to find something. It's true, I agree with you guys, that 4-3-3 of the reaction Juve was much better, but what I don't understand, and we go back to the initial question a bit earlier, I don't remember from who said, Beppe, I don't understand why Di Maria waited the last 25 minutes to start playing football. I don't understand it, because he didn't play well versus Verona when he entered the 30 minutes. He didn't play well when I saw it with my eyes against Inter until he was changed, and he was not even happy to be changed while it was totally correct. And today he didn't play well until 25 minutes, where then you see the Di Maria and why we love Di Maria, and that he is an important player that can change you the game. Paul Enrico, today Paredes entered really well. But I don't agree that he's playing better only with Paredes, because how many times did he play super well when Paredes was not playing? So I would not link it with Paredes, because if you're looking, when when Di Maria is starting to play better, from the moment that he's turning himself and you see 3 players on the bench that are up, ready to enter, Chiesa, Paredes, and Milik. When he sees these 3, he's sure that we will go out again. And he wakes up. On that moment only. Too late. 59%. So it's divided. It's divided. I take it. Of course, I respect your opinion, guys. It's my opinion. It's not the holy word. It's my opinion. For me, it's 100% the fault, and that doesn't excuse that we lost today, because we deserve to lose. So 60% no, 40% yes, 217 votes. We have an idea. That means that more than 100 said yes, a bit less than 100 said no. Let me check other comments of you guys. Let me check, because you are a lot to write. Alexander, I can really, without BSA, if was for us, we would be complaining if it got cancelled. Yeah, but it's an opinion, of course. It's an opinion. Thank you. Actually understand. I have no idea. I can't speak Greek, guys. Peter, we really missed Danilo leadership. Yeah, he was yelling at Miretti for losing the ball and not playing to Di Maria, who was totally open. Yes, even if Di Maria in the first half, again, a bad decision there, because he could have opened to Kostic. Kostic is starting to worry me a bit. I believe that we did one mistake. It was not calling up Ealing Jr. for me. I tell you why. Because De Sciglio would have been there. Probably De Sciglio starting on the right side, Kostic on the left. De Sciglio, depending if Kostic was playing well, Kostic would have finished the game with Cuadrado entering. If Kostic was not playing well, Kostic going on the left with Cuadrado on the right. And because it was super important for our next gen to play and to win, we sent Ealing Jr. to play there. He played well, not fantastic, but he played well. And that's why we didn't take him. It makes sense. But from the moment that you have a De Sciglio that is injured and that you know it before traveling. If De Sciglio was injured in pre-warm-up, it's too late. I understand that you are leaving Ealing Jr. that played the day before. I understand because they played on Friday. Or on Thursday. On Thursday. They played on Thursday. But from the moment that Ealing Jr., that De Sciglio is not traveling, we don't care. Call Ealing Jr. and you say, Ealing, you come with me on the bench. You come with me on the bench. And you don't tell me, guys, don't tell me, please, that Ealing Jr. that is 19 or 20 or whatever, don't tell me that he doesn't have 20 minutes in his legs. Even if he played 2 days before. Don't tell me. 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 I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake. I was reading some people comments under a tweet I did with people that not totally agree with me that we deserve to lose, because I said Lazio deserved to win. I continue to say it. Then I saw worse things, but I think that Ealing could have been used because if you have no De Sciglio, you have Quadrado on the right, you can play Ealing on the left. If Kostic, because Kostic is worrying me. It's already 3 games that I don't see him super in form. The coach wasn't there to motivate and give instructions face to face with the team. Snap out. I think that Landucci, honestly, he did the same as Allegri. Yeah? He was even smart because he found that tactical change that, for the people that were there with me in the pre-game, I said, look, guys, the only way to change it is going towards a 4-3-3 in second half, because Thomas Maklouf was telling me, Beppe, I'm a bit worried for 2 things, that Quadrado, if he's not informed, there is no sub, and when he's captain, he's not playing well, probably because of the pressure, I don't know. But so he was correct. And especially, I said, the one change that you can make is put Quadrado out, you put Danilo in, you go in a 4-man defense. And that's the answer. So I knew that would come. The thing is, we go with a 4-man defense, and I think that Landucci, he really wanted to go and to win that game, because he leaves Quadrado in, going in a 4-man defense, with Quadrado having the possibility to go up. What he's doing 1 time, 2 time, but Quadrado was super nervous, and he had already a yellow card. Could have received that second yellow, because let's be honest, we are a bit lucky that he's not receiving a red card there. Otherwise, it would have been a total disaster. Alexandro on there versus Sassuolo could have missed Quadrado as well. De Sciglio probably out against Sassuolo as well. Would have been really difficult. Wait 1 second, because my... So, for me, there, I understand, but anyway... Salam alaikum, Juve Pulse. Mohammed, thank you for the donation, buddy. Objectively, we are second. Top talents in the teams with no real use. Some players at the end of their role. Objectively, we are second. If you are looking at the points we made, we are second. Then, are we playing well? No. Are we playing... do we deserve to be second? Yes. Because if you tell me today, Beppe, we deserve to lose, I agree, because we didn't play well, because Lazio was stronger. Then if you tell me, look at the ranking of Serie A, in the points, we deserve to be second. Why? Because Inter is not doing well. Milan is not doing well. They are all doing worse than Juve. The only one that is doing better is Napoli. Totally deserved, and way better this season. But objectively, yeah, we are second in a really low-level Serie A. Because that's also something to keep in mind. Serie A this year is really bad, but extremely bad. Nobody's able to win. Inter was not able to win. Roma 1-0 against Torino on a penalty kick. Deserved to win. From what I saw, Torino was really bad. But we are second. We are deserved seconds with the rewards and the praise of Max Allegri for doing great things. Because I don't lie, guys, we win, Allegri is doing a fantastic job. Look at that. We lose. We are no bad. No. We need to be balanced. This season, Allegri and team. Some things that we did really well. Some things that we did really bad. At the moment, what is telling us what we did? That the start of the season was a disaster and correctly eliminated in Champions League where we didn't deserve to continue to play. And correctly, we were eliminated. We are in Europa League, where at the moment we are in the quarterfinal. Quarterfinal of Europa League, it's not a big victory. So there we will know if yes or no we deserved to go to the final. In Serie A, with a minus 15 points that no other team has received, mentally difficulty and so on, we are second. But today, we have to admit that the start after the international break has been poor. And today, if you are looking behind, except on the wings, one because you don't call him up, one because he's injured, except of that, you had the changes. You had Danilo as a change for a defense. You had Paredes, which entered later. You had Miretti that entered and didn't play well. Up front, you had Chiesa at half service. Yes. You had Milik that didn't enter well today because we were not able to find him. So, but the start is bad. It's bad. So, no. Let's say it's not a disaster if we receive back our 15 points. If we are able to win versus Sassuolo, versus Napoli, which will be really tough. If we are able to win versus Bologna, attenzione, because Bologna, you remember when we were speaking about coaches and you told me, Beppe, who is coaches that you appreciate or not, and so, you remember the name I told you? I said it will be unpopular, but I tell you, one coach that I really appreciate and I think is really great, and it's not only now, well, that name is Thiago Motta. Inter, not Inter, I don't care. Objectively, fantastic job what he's doing. Is he a top phenomenal coach of the world? Today, no. But there is something I see in him, and he's showing it. Bologna today, correctly and deservedly winning over Atalanta. It will not be easy, eh? It will not be easy. Thank you, Sader. Ciao, Beppe. Bad game today, I agree. I disagree that we played better in the second half. Lazio wanted just to defend the 2-1 advantage. Well, no, we played. I never said we played better. Look, if you're looking at my tweet, which I said immediately after the game, what I said was, you can't see it, it's too small, but I will read it. Deserved win for Lazio. They were better. Juve's reaction way too late and not impactful enough. So, of course, this is sometimes something that we forget. The team that is having the advantage at a certain moment, they track back. Some teams not. Some teams a lot, they track back because they want to secure it. So at the end, Lazio from the 55th minute, they said, you know what? The best defense of Serie A, guys. They know how to defend as well. So they are strong in defense. They have a good goalkeeper. They have good defenders in terms of how they play, they understand each other. So today they said, you know what, basta. That's why Juventus, with a reaction, they went up, but it was not impactful. So if I say not impactful enough, that means that it's not playing better. Not impactful enough, it means that you don't play in better. Now, of course, you had more possession than in these last 30 minutes. But yeah, I saw some plays. It was difficult to do worse in the first half. In the first half, you do nothing. Literally nothing. And defending or not defending our friend Dusan Vlahovic, pubalgia, not pubalgia, starts to be difficult. If your best scorer in Serie A is Vlahovic with 8 goals, but Adrien Rabiot, midfielder, has the same amount of goals, it start to be worrying a lot. Attenzione, for me, Vlahovic is a top player in a real difficult moment that is not able to continue and to show his qualities, and he's in difficulty also because of the way we play. So it's a both. For me, it's never one thing alone. Julian, Chiesa should start versus Sporting, and I do not care how is Pogba. He should be in the group. If it's needed, he will play with one leg. We need him to play. Don't care if he's in a wheelchair or not. I see that you are laughing, of course. It's annoying, but even there, let's not take it as an excuse. But you can't count on them until the end of the season. You can't. But Beppe, if Savage goal was disallowed, we deserve at least a draw. We don't know. Mark. Yes. For me, if it's a disallowed goal, maybe you have no reaction, and you go at 0-0. And then you don't know how second half goes. Lazio was playing better. So potentially, Lazio had more chances to open the score than Juve. What is really hurting me is that, again, for me, we are not treated correctly. We are not. We are not treated correctly. Then I see a lot of message against Miretti. Miretti didn't enter well. Miretti didn't enter well. But can we calm down? Against Miretti? We want the youth to play. Let them do their mistakes. This is the risks. Guys, what are we doing? Seriously. I said in the beginning, go back, and I will repeat now. Miretti didn't enter well. He entered, he did like 3 things. I believe 2.5 were bad. Happens. What will we do now? We will take him as a scapegoat for the 5 minutes he played? Dai, ragazzi. Of course, he can be objectively criticized. He entered, he missed what he had to do better. Danilo motivated him in telling him, hey, it's not okay, pay attention, wake up. And that's correct. Nobody can tell today that he played well. But, calma, guys. Now, not you in the chat, but I see some messages about how immediately you go and you crucify, because we are in Easter, you are crucifying a guy from but I don't care if he's 19 or not. He's playing his first real season in Serie A. Dai, ragazzi. Objectively, playing bad? Yes. Were we expecting better? Yes. Did he came back from that big mistake in Benfica mentally? No. We cannot expect mistake from our players. Miretti's performance has been going down for yeah, but it's true, huh? Mark, you're correct. He didn't play well. Totally correct. This is objective. We cannot expect mistakes from our players in an ideal world. I agree. But if we want to go towards 7, 8 players from our youth academy, Beppe, what about Lazio racist chance? How much of fine you think we'll get? I bet it's 40.99. Alexander, I will come back on Miretti in a second. I didn't listen to the audio. When I'm doing a watch along, I'm not in a stadium like I was at Inter. I didn't listen to the audio of the game. So I can't tell you. I have absolutely no idea if there was a fantastic atmosphere, if there was, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm really sorry, I don't know, Alexander. I would love to answer, but that I prefer to see myself before judging if you tell me they were racist chants, hopefully they will have the same punishment as Juve, but I have no idea, so I can't judge for that one. Coming back on Miretti, no, it's true, huh? Miretti didn't play well. Not only today, but in the last games, okay? Should he be benched? Maybe. That's what he is. He is benched. Miretti is benched. Should we punish him and put him out of the team because a young player in his first season of Serie A is doing mistakes? Or should we support him and trying to play him to maybe have that change of the miracle that is happening and changing again this season? Because his season is probably changing after that bad experience against Benfica. Plus the fact that in that mental dip, he was not able to come back and it's playing mentally. And you see, he's not a starter anymore, guys. So, Juventus knows. If you tell me that Miretti is starting game after game after game after game after game, I tell you, hey, guys, at a certain moment, hey, the performances are not rewarding, are not correct according to what he's offering, and it's not correct to start him, I would tell you yes. But Miretti is not playing well. We all know it objectively. He's not doing well. Well, he is on the bench. What do we do, guys? Maybe put him out on loan, Jonathan. I don't agree with that, personally. But even if it's a correct, could be the good solution. If it's how can I say? I lost my words, guys. If it's a solution, it's not before the end of the season. So Miretti is part of your team. So you need to play him. Then for the young players, some people they need to be loaned. Some people they don't need to be loaned out. Well, guys. But if you are loaned out, then like Fagioli, like Rovella, like Ranocchia, like Conido Winter, these players, they are loaned out. These players, they are loaned out before achieving a full season where playing a lot with the first team. Being loaned out after your first season, I think it's a bit... it's different. It's totally different in terms of perspective for a player mentally and so on and so on. I'm not sure if it's the right solution to do. I don't know. Sincerely, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. Let me check. Write some comments so that I'm able to read them. I'm curious about what you think about the game of today. What went wrong? What went right? Always curious to see them. And I will try to read a bit of your comments. Anyway, people are telling me, Beppe, some people are making fun of you. That's normal, guys. It's fine. It's fine. For me, it's not a problem, guys. It's normal. Everyone is entitled to do what they want about me because I'm a public figure, so it is what it is. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So Tariq, our future depends on the youth and they should play. I agree Ealing Jr. not getting minutes this year is weird. Well, Ealing Jr. is a different journey, guys. Ealing Jr. is a different journey. Ealing Jr. is arriving in first team because of necessity, because of a lot of injuries. He's arriving in a positive moment. Why? Because from the moment that he starts with us, Ealing Jr. has an immediate impact. But Ealing Jr. never started the game with us. He entered for flashes of games, and thanks to his dynamism, his speed, And also the lucky stars that were there is all of them. He is in his magic moment, and he received that big tackle from Di Francesco that is taking him out. He's taking him out, but because of a real big tackle that could have broken his ankle, do you remember? And he stops that magic moment of Ealing. Ealing is coming back. It's a difference of entering with flashes, because that's what we saw from Ealing, and starting games in a first team. I always said, and people, they were angry with me because I don't believe in youth or whatever. I said Ealing Jr., from what I observed, is a player that is phenomenal, but he missed consistency in a game and missed consistency in a season. I'm not sure if he's ready to be a starter at Juve. A Juve that, you like it or not, is not playing a 4-3-3. That means that in that 3-5-1-1, that left winger becomes also left wing back. He needs to pay attention. He needs to go back. Needs to pay attention, which I never saw from Ealing Jr. And that's why on Ealing Jr., I would say. And then when he was ready again to come back, he had an inflammation, you remember, on a scar that he had from the past. So it's good. It's okay. I'm not complaining about Ealing Jr. I'm not. We need him to change the game. Yeah, that's why I said that. I mentioned him because Tarek is speaking about. I mentioned him a bit earlier, saying that I would have taken Ealing Jr. After the injury of De Sciglio, I would have taken him without hesitation. Beppe, we need him to change. I just read it. Rabiot got the same amount of goal of Vlahovic today in Serie A. The guy is really trying to give everything possible. Yeah. Rabiot is doing everything. 10 goals, that's the maximum he ever did in his career. I think that Keane is better than DV9. If he become a little bit more clinical, DV9 will be his substitution. I don't know about that. Do you think we should have helped Vlahovic up front with a Keane or Chiesa? Keane was not there, so you couldn't play him because he was suspended, instead of Di Maria, who was not opening the field for him. I don't think it's individual. We tried a lot of solutions, guys, with a lot of players this season. You can put Chiesa, you can put whatever you want. If the team is not ready to play with initiative, idea, and so on, then it would not change. For me, it would not change. It's the team that needs to. Beppe, next year we have to prepare Huijsen and Yildiz for the first team, or so I've heard. The rumors are saying that Huijsen and Yildiz have been promised to train in the summer with the first team. Okay? Means nothing, eh? We saw a lot of players in the summer that trained with the first team. I don't know if next year there will be a tournée in the US, in Asia, or we stay in Italy. I have no idea. But it's beautiful to see them training with the first team. It's great. Then, next year, they should be from the start of the season with the next gen. With the next gen, with the possibility to go up in the first team. Then, if they are fantastic, play with the first team. Like you had the chance for a Miretti, for a Fagioli, for a Soulé. But make a difference between a rumor that is telling you that they will train with the team in the summer and you are promoted to the first team. This is totally a different thing. Rabiot can score more than 10 with his continuity. Yeah, he already has 10 now in total, all competitions. Buonanotte, Julian. Yildiz is not even in next gen. He just arrived in next gen. So, and for the first time in the 1-0 win, he started with the next gen. So, guys, calma. So, I agree. I think our problem is that our mids don't play forward enough. But today, Lazio was solid in the middle. They were strong. They were really, really strong, and we knew it. I don't think that that's the problem. I think the problem is that our team as a block was too low, and that happened a lot of time. You remember how many times we said The difference is being made by, in the 3-5-1-1 or 3-5-2, the difference is made by where your wingers will be. If your wingers will be here, your team, they go down. If your wingers, they push to be up because they are dangerous, they are the engine, then you can do something. And today we were playing again with 5-man defense. Ciao Aussie, thank you for the donation, Aussie. Aussie, I Beppe, Miretti did not lose us the game in 8 minutes on the pitch. I totally agree with you. He did three good things and 2 bad mistakes. Give him time. I saw good players next season. Di Maria and Chiesa, Gatti and Fagioli. But I agree with you. Huh? I am the one that is telling to the people, calma with Miretti. Calma with Miretti. Never. He didn't lose us the game. Maybe he missed a pass and we could have gone up front, yeah? But who says that we would have scored that pass of Miretti? Who said that? Today we had like a few passes and we were not able to score them either. So, no, Miretti is absolutely not at fault today. Absolutely not. He's a young kid that made 2-3 mistakes. Then if he did 3 good things, 2 bad things, can happen. I don't remember, but anyway, he nearly never touched the ball. If you are looking, you know what's the problem today? It's this one. Aussie. This is the problem. If Juventus with the Juventus with the purple dots is all here, that's the problem. That's the problem. Attacking thirds, you see, the thickness means how thicker it is, how more they attack. 48% Lazio here, and then equally centrally and on the right side. Juve, look how thin the arrows are. Never in the middle. Left, right, never in the middle. Look at the first half, guys. First half is really pathetic. Really pathetic. Then you start to grow, but actually when did it start? When Lazio is allowing us to play because they are defending the 1-1. But I agree with you, Aussie. Gatti, good performance. Fagioli, good performance. I was not happy that the reaction of Fagioli, I was not happy. Makes no sense. Makes no sense for Fagioli to be that angry. I can understand frustration, and it's a passionate game. If you have no passion, then it's normal, but hey, he wants to win. So that's the beautiful thing. He's young, but in a moment of problem, calma. But it's not that he played a bad game, Fagioli. It's that it was difficult. But I said, some people pre-game told me, Beppe, masterclass of Fagioli today. I said, I don't think that Fagioli will play a great game today. Why? Because the midfield of Lazio, centrally in that 4-3-3, is crazy solid. Yeah, it can be that he was angry because of the missed opportunity, Owen. Can be. You are correct. Okay. Yeah. Then I missed. Yeah, it can be. I missed that moment. Can be. So it's good that he's angry for that. Because he's really passionate. He wants to win. He loves Juve. Who was Juve man of the match? You can't say man of the match today. If really you have to take one player that was good, Rabiot was good today. Not only because of the goal, but Rabiot was good today. Who else? Seriously. Who else was good? Gatti. Even if that misunderstanding, Gatti and Quadrata, they are both going on the man. It's not even the fault of Gatti, because that's Gatti's man, and he's there on Luis Alberto on the goal. Chiesa, I don't know. Yeah, you see that he's making the difference, but I don't know. Bremer, he was risking again, a few things there of Bremer. Yeah, for Gatti, no, I think it's Quadrado that wants to go on the same man. He goes on the same man. Luis Alberto, the one of Gatti, and they are leaving Zaccagni totally alone. Fantastic goal there. Huh? But I would say Rabiot, Gatti. Di Maria, Juve Pulse, I'm expecting much more from Di Maria. Much more. When he wakes up, the game changed for Juve. No. The intentions of Juve are changing, and there is a possibility to. But guys, it's the third game of not great performances of Di Maria. We are expecting much better. And I'm not expecting them for 90 minutes, but I'm expecting them from the first minute until when he has the energy. And if you are the only creative link today, you need to, at a certain moment in the first half, is again trying with dribble. I made an attempt to be funny, but also an attempt to be to give you, like a comparison. I said, if you want to put the magic, make sure that you are confident enough that you are succeeding with your fundamentals. If your fundamentals are not really great, then it's difficult to put that magic sauce because it's much more difficult, and probably your confidence is not high. It's like when you are going to the show of a magician, it never starts with the epic finale. Never. First he tries to convince himself that he's in a good day, then he tries to convince the audience that he's a good magician, that he's able to do the basic stuff, the rabbit out of the hat, the cards, and then he's going to cutting someone in two, crescendo. That doesn't mean that you can't do it at the fifth moment, a magical skill, but the fifth moment, that means you had a fantastic, great warm-up. I heard that in the warm-up, in the beginning, he went out of the warm-up, maybe out of precaution and so on. So he was already not really secure of himself. So if you're not 100% secure, first, the confidence in yourself, and then you do the magic. Thomas, I had different expectation of today. For me, I said it in the video, was not sure. I felt our standards are getting better since the Verona win. Felt like a draw. And the Inter draw felt like a loss. It's true. I hope we made a serious attempt to win. That was my fear. That was my fear, that we would not make a serious attempt to win. And it happened. It happened only because of a reaction, but that's not what I was expecting. But I agree with you. The Verona win looked like a draw. That Inter draw looked like a loss. It's true. Huh? It's really true. It's true. Sir Raz, ref wasn't great, and it works on our way we play. We needed to step up. Also, you agree. I didn't like the ref today, but again, I don't want to start. I'm really angry because of the treatment Juventus receives. But unfortunately, I can't speak too much about it today, because if I speak too much about it, then people will say, but you're complaining. You know how it is. And today you have the artist of the web. They enter your life, they cut here, they cut there, and they put on internet something that you never said, or out of context, In the future, they will cut parts. They will cut here, they will cut there, they will cut there, and they will actually make a new sentence of what I said. So you have to really pay attention. No, that's the risk of 1 hour's live. And by the way, we'll try to keep it short, because then we will repeat things, and I don't want to. So guys, if you want to ask, if you want to do it now. Otherwise, we close up the live. Di Maria lost many balls and read the build-up wrong for most part. Yeah. Until 25 minutes, it was like that. Again, pull the magic first. He needs to understand that his first place should be Juve wins. I don't think it's an arrogance. Huh? I don't think it's an arrogance problem. I don't believe that. When Di Maria plays behind Vlahovic, his inertia puts him on the left. at exact Kostic spot, and there we get confused. Can be. Di Maria at this positioning place with Kostic at the same time don't work. Could be. I need to check that a bit closer. Beppe, no, why no one talk about Paredes' rubbish shot? We could have been a real chance. Oh, mamma mia. Guys, you know that Paredes is not my favorite player. I don't even want to defend him because he will not be there with 99%. He will not be there next year. Like if today we are criticizing how Paredes entered, the only one that entered really well with Chiesa. Guys, it's a player that can take his chance. I see no problem. I see absolutely no problem. Was it wide? Yes. Was it a perfect shot? No. Well, I personally, I see absolutely no problem. Yeah, I wanted him to do better. Of course, I wanted him to do better, but at least he took his chance. Hey, then that ball can goes in. He took it bad. He took it bad. Rada, Sarri has a thing for second place. Yeah, it's true, Rad. Remember, Napoli and so on and so on. Sir, is the fault on Sandro? Then ref saying Locatelli did handball, why it was also there. It's a fall. It's a fall on Sandro. Then the shoulder of Locatelli, yellow card Quadrado, but not for a midfielder. The same on Di Maria. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I agree, sir. I agree. Again, that's not why we lost. Yeah, I saw yesterday Turin Giants live talk about that. It is what it is, guys. Tariq, 17 months with us. He's saying, Beppe, we are with you, grande uomo. Thank you, Tariq. Really appreciate it. But guys, let's get over it. I know they will continue to mock. Important for me is trying to be a man of values, being straight. You know, I know how I am educating my son, trying to have the right values. The day that you will see me being obsessed and repeatedly mocking someone online, you can come to me and say, Beppe, probably you are not telling us the right things. Try to be an example. And then I will say stupid things all my life. I will say sometimes I will say good things. Sometimes I will say stupid things. Hopefully, I will not say disaster things in terms of hurting people. But I'm a human. I make good things. I made mistakes. But I hope to never be a bad person. That's really important for me. It would be really bad for me. Then, guys, in the world, everyone, again, when you decide to be a public figure, you know what are the risks. And in the world, like everywhere, because it's not a culture, it's everywhere. The world is like that. You have fantastic, great person. You have bad person. Luckily, in my life, I've met a lot more good person than bad person, but they are there. It's like that. Important, I'm Catholic. I'm a Christian. I raised up like that. I respect all religions. You know it. When there is a special celebration in India, we say it. For the Muslim Ramadan, we say it. We try to involve everyone to respect. No politics, no religion on the channel. Trying to respect everyone. Super important without gender, whatever. Everyone is welcome as long as we try to respect each other. Super important, but especially for now in that period of Easter and Ramadan as well, because it's the same period this year. Don't do to other people what you don't want that they do to you. That's an important one. Super important. So let's be an example and straight. Okay, ragazzi? And that's why I don't want to speak too much about it. Acts are speaking. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that game. Anyway, Mistakes are not a problem when you correct it. Anyway, guys, let's move on. Again, I don't want to make things bigger. I was expecting an Easter present, but maybe next time. Well, the Easter present, he went to Lazio. They were also expecting that. Thank you, Owen. Appreciate it. Actually, Mark, this was one of the few games we lost I wouldn't blame the referee on. Juve was horrible on no. Mark, I don't believe that someone is blaming the referee. Referee did mistakes, but we didn't lose because of the referee, yeah? We lost because of us. Grazie Emiliano Berardi. Talisma, life lessons with Beppe. No, it's not me. Never mind today, Beppe. Buona Pasqua! Ragazzi, that's a fantastic message of Paul Enrico. Did I miss someone? Tariq, 17 months with us. Fantastic message of Ausi. Sader as well. Mohammad Youssef, fantastic message. Dr. A, he shared his opinion as well. Florian, 2 months together with us. Softitch was super angry today, correctly. And thank you for your message. Cash became a member for 5 months with us. And we had also new members or subscribers on the channel, like Viviana Ignomeriello. Thank you. You know that is always appreciated that when we have new subscribers that are believing that we are doing a great work, because it's not always easy. So I'm super happy when we have also a new subscriber on the channel, 24,534 as we speak. Why am I saying that? Because we are going towards 25,000. And you remember, guys, that we have a target. We have some target. We are competitors. We want to win. You can see it live here, 24,534. Let's see if someone that is watching now live didn't subscribe yet. It's the moment to do it so that we can see the subscribing going up and make it a fantastic Easter for everyone. That would be beautiful. Let's see. Let's wait a bit. If we can go to 24,535 at least. Can we do it? I'm sure we can do it. Someone needs to press that. Press it. If we can't, at a certain moment, I will also stop. I will go to my wife and my son to say that I love them. That's important. Imagine everyone here and subscribe. Imagine. Hey guys, no, don't play with it. Look, big Mr. Cheese is the one that is making me happy because he's playing the game. And then you see some trolls. And guys, by the way, don't do it. Even for the joke, because when you are doing it, of course, it's two people, who cares? But if you are doing it for the joke too much, well, YouTube is saying in the algorithm, hey guys, at that moment, this YouTuber, a lot of people unsubscribed. So it's not good. We will not share the video. So don't do it for the joke. If you want to do it because you don't like the channel anymore, all the respect of the world. If you do it for the joke, please don't because one time is funny, the second time you remember all the promise we had with the channel. But we reached 24,535 and that makes me a really happy man. Grazie ragazzi, don't forget, the good will always win over the bad. Grazie, forza Juve. Ciao.